Man, am I glad to be alive today. It's a good day, and I hope y'all are making the best out of it. I've been sitting here today thinking about my life, from the past to the present, and I've gone through a lot of things, some bad and some good. But what I come to realize is that everything that I've gone through has all brought me to this place right now in my life. And I thank the man upstairs, because without him, I don't know where I would be. When we think about our past, there's a lot of things that we can be really upset about. Like the time that dude stole my pack of now laters in elementary school. Or the time this dude tried to snatch my chain off my neck in high school. Or the fact that I grew up kind of poor. Well, no, I was poor. Or maybe the fact that my dad wasn't there for most of my childhood. But here's the deal. No matter what you have gone through in your life, it has all contributed to the place where you are at right now. And you can be mad about the past, but where is that going to get you in your future? I think about this dude named Joseph in the Bible, in the book of Genesis. See, Joseph had a lot of bad things happen to him throughout his life. Some of y'all may remember him because his daddy gave him this real bright colored, multicolored jacket, coat, robe. And he was considered his dad's favorite child. His brothers wasn't too fond of him. They were jealous. So they came up with a scheme to get rid of Joseph. Sold a man off to slavery. And there he go, off to slavery. The man ended up in Egypt, enslaved. He ended up in jail, down in the dungeon. The Pharaoh's wife tried to hit on him, got him locked up. A lot of bad things happened to Joseph. But no matter what happened to him, he kept his eye on the man upstairs. He tried to live a life of integrity, choosing to do good over bad. And through a series of events, he became the second most powerful man in all of Egypt. While there was a famine in the land, people starving, animals dying off, the grass and trees are shriveling up, the ground drying up, insects eating up everything, people getting stressed out, God gave Joseph a plan that will save the land. So the Pharaoh allowed him to implement his plan to save the land. Then one day, out of nowhere, who shows up? Joseph's brothers, the ones that sold that man off to slavery, and told his daddy he was killed. Right then and there, Joseph could have chose to be evil toward them, not help them. But through a series of events, Joseph decided to help them, to save his family and his father with the blessings of Pharaoh. So despite all the bad things that happened in Joseph's life, he could have blamed his brothers. He could have blamed them people who brought him into slavery. He could have blamed the Pharaoh. He could have blamed the Pharaoh's wife. He could have blamed those jailers. He could have blamed his daddy for not coming and looking for him. He had plenty of people to blame, but he chose to keep his eye on the Father. The Heavenly Father, that is. So no matter what bad you go through in your life, no matter who you can blame, none of that has to have an impact on your future. Joseph chose to forgive. I think there's some people in our lives we need to forgive and allow for God to take all the bad that's happened in our lives, turn it to good, because that's what he'll do. There's been a lot of bad things happen in my life, and I could have chose to blame all those folks that had a part in it, but I chose to seek God, and I chose to forgive. God lifted me up by his grace and his mercy. So I challenge you today, stop blaming folks for your past. Stop blaming folks for your present. Look to God, do what's right, and allow for him to turn your bad into good.